Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right, they better...
Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Bringing it back, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen!
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, Defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He looks that one in nicely. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. And back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC. So this one will be interesting.
He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Minutemen offense heads onto the field for the first time today. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Got out of trouble and throws. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He's got it.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down UMass. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. To the ground with the back. Pulled down after a pickup or 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box, so he knew he could throw it away as long as he got him past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open, live to fight another down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Really nice job by the defense, understanding 1st and goal. What do most people do on 1st and goal? They're going to try to run the football in. The defense says, nah, not in my house. Nice job getting in the backfield, getting the stop.
Give to the running back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to barge their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Running back searching for a hole. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. quick pass on the fly motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They've just got to do a better job finishing.
Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UMass. A great catch and run for 6.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wisconsin. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any update.
And he intercepts it. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Minutemen! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Stopped after making the catch. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And here comes the punt team. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The UMass offense returns to the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Getting some heat. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He's got an open man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. On second down, he'll let it fly. Gets open down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Makes his connection.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in the kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Fires left. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Makes the grab. And it'll be a touchdown.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm.
Oh, he wants it all. And he's got it inside the 20. They will score! Touchdown, UMass!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is when he gets the ball in his hand. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. So that will go into the stat book as the rare one-play drive for a field goal. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Trying to find his man on first down. Going for the big play. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UMass offense returns to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season. In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second.
Nice job by the pass rush. They know if they can get to this QB, they can hit him and force these incompletions.
He's got it. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll test the right side. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with the lone back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. The give. Touchdown, Minutemen! And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. But great backs, not good backs, not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways to get on the perimeter, and more importantly, you better be ready to throw the football.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They're going to run it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs.
And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Wide open downfield. Snags it with the sticky fingers and strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Dances away. And that's a live ball behind the line. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to get rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. Either they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
It's a reverse. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Quick strike complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Looking to go up top on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
Well, look, I love the fact that he scrambled. He can't take a sack. He can't take a negative play at this point in the game. I just wish he would have stayed in bounds, though. You got to know as a quarterback here, we've got the lead. It's late. I get tackled in bounds, the clock keeps ticking.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Leaves it with the running back. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
He'll take the deep shot. Got it! Touchdown, UMass! And the pummeling has started. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And now this offense will take the field again. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Minutemen.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Middle Tennessee is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 28 over Louisville. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next year.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The UMass offense returns to the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all.
He's going for it all. Snags it. Touchdown, UMass. And the route is on.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's looking to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Hernandez. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Folks, it is time now for our game of the week, and we can't wait. Tremendous anticipation all across the college football landscape for this matchup. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. So UMass's offense comes on the field first today. And there comes the star running back onto the field. He is a special talent. You talk to opponents, he's always the focal point when they face this offense.
Boy, Chris, this guy is special. It's almost like he floats across the field. I mean, I don't think anyone can take him down in the open field. He's the guy that teams try to key on, but sometimes it feels as though no one can contain him.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
There's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in his opening possession. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. There's contact on the throw. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked. The punt team making their way on the field. Not the way he wanted to kick it. And the fair catch is made, a smart decision in rainy conditions like this. If there's one guy on this defensive side, Kirk, who can be a game wrecker, it's this elite pass rusher, very much on the quarterback's mind today.
Yeah, Chris, but it's going to be very tough. This quarterback does a nice job of moving around in the pocket, and also he's going to have an awareness of exactly where this guy is and have a clock in his mind about how quickly that ball needs to get out.
They'll give it to the back. They tackle him behind the line a lot. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the...
And it's picked off in the end zone. I'm going to tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. It sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, and that is a big-time play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He grabs it inside the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And now the try here for the extra point. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Offense makes their way on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. On first down, it's play action. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And it works. The first down to the 35. A new set of downs after that completion.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Second down play coming up. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Tries to beat the pressure with a deep shot. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Now, the offensive coordinator told us before the game they consider any one-on-one deep shot an advantage, but they couldn't connect on that try. Give credit to that defensive back, man. He played that perfectly.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. One team ready to boot it away.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
This one will be fair caught. And the UMass offense is back out there. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Well, he moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that previous play. Handoff running right. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down. And here comes the punter onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Fair catch made at the 20. And here comes the offense back out onto the field now. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? He's going to hand this off. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action.
And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Inside the 10.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the returner. This should be the last play of the quarter. First down, looking to throw the football. Just gets it away. It's a deep ball. And is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return. We've got an exciting quarterback duel in the making here as we check the first quarter stats. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain on the pitch and catch.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. He's swarmed by the defense.
You know, where the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Third and goal, they'll try to run it in. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. So a short attempt, but from the right hash, it's a bit of a tricky angle. And that one is no good. And with the miss, we remain tied.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
The Minuteman offense back on the field now. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, UMass. This quarterback on fire today.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Now they'll run a draw play. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you've got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
And he'll pick up the 1st down, stopped at the 27. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Here's the handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Snags the quick throw. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. They feed the fullback this time. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and get 1st downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs.
He'll hand it off. A gain of 2 yards, and now it's 2nd down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And that run produces a decent gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
After missing the field goal on their last drive, they got to produce something here on 3rd down to even get into field goal range. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open and just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
1st down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Important 2nd down play coming up. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's running out of time here. Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag.
Pass interference. Defense.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like...
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a sophomore making an impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Went backwards on 1st down, so it's 2nd and long here from the 10. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
So they bring him down. They tried to run for it on 3rd and long. A cautious play call. Doesn't work. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. They'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. The UMass offense takes the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Extending the play now. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the 1st down.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver, and he dumps it off to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it will.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Bringing pressure. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. 4th down and very long, but the offense still on the field. They're going to go. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking for a deep completion. Touchdown, Minutemen. Strong game by this quarterback.
This is what having an accurate quarterback is so important. 4th down, critical situation. He puts that ball right on his receiver. What I love to see is he not only picks up that 1st down, but he's got the speed and the awareness to take it to the end zone for the touchdown.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So it's 1st down, but they just kneel down before halftime here. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the 2nd half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those 1st downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this 3rd quarter.
UMass will kick it off to get the 2nd half underway. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the offense trots back out on the field again. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First play of the second half is a handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
The defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Tailback with another carry. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Goes incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. The returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the UMass offense is back out there. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looks like he's going to run it. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Defense is coming after him. He's going to take off. Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's hit just before the throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Finds an open target on the left side. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him closer to the goal line. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call. and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down. So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Personal foul gives the offense a fresh set of downs. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the fullback takes a turn running the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And so a great return following the pick, or finally able to get him down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Catch made down inside the 25. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
How about that? The receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for this defense when you let someone deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Touchdown, UMass. And the beatdown continues. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense drops that onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Play action here on first down. Escapes the sack. Little floater there, but it falls incomplete.
Just a great job overall by this defense. They had him surrounded. In fact, I'm surprised with that kind of pressure, they weren't able to come up with a sack. Now, give a little bit of credit to the quarterback for his ability to escape that pressure. But, boy, if you're this defense, you can come up with more plays like that. It's going to be a great day for you.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now fourth down.
I like the call here, third down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on third down and long.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. The coverage team able to bring him down. The Minutemen offense back on the field now. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. Looking to make a big play downfield. Catch made down inside the 20. Finally brought down to the 13-yard line. An enormous gain puts him in great scoring position. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards.
Touchdown, Minutemen. And the route is on.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Extra point splits the uprights. He'll return it from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way. Offense behind the sticks, facing a 2nd and long. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. Can he take it all the way? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
And he's got his man open downfield. And they're finally able to bring him down, a big gain to round up the 3rd quarter. UMass has the lead now, Kirk. Hasn't been much of a contest so far, and the stats will reflect that. Here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Ball handed off. The junior able to bring him down quickly. 2nd and goal for the offense. And they're trying to punch it in here. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here and maybe hold them to 3 points.
On 3rd and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, UMass. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Number 7, set to kick off.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Offense ready to start this drive. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there. So quickly all the way up to the 36, and it's 1st down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Running back grabs it on a screen. And the tackle is made. The screen pass there produces a solid gain.
Good time here to drop this screen into the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. On to kick now for the 5th time today. Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The UMass offense takes the field now. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. And here comes a deep shot. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up a third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, he misfires again. 3 in a row.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on third down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at fourth down and long with the lead, tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage on that screen.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Pass caught. Second down now. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense has fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
And there's the tight end. I've been waiting to see him make a play, and this defense has done such a good job of eliminating him from being a factor in the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead. He finally makes an appearance for his first catch.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down.
Easy route, easy throw for the quarterback. Good decision here by the offensive coordinator on 3rd and short to just get the ball to the playmaker, make that catch, and pick up the first down.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Intercepted in the end zone. And the UMass offense is back out there. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. That completion sets up a second down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Pass caught. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Pass not complete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. Did not get a hold of it. Not what the punter was hoping for. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Offense on the field to take over. It's been a rough game for this offense. A consolation touchdown is all they're playing for at this point. The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what.
He'll take a deep shot. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the Staffs a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off and reset. They're playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. You're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner is brought down. The Minutemen offense back on the field now. And his home crowd ready to celebrate a very satisfying home victory. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He'll take a deep shot here. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on 1st down, but missed it.
I don't know if people understand how hard it is to defend against the deep ball and man coverage like that. But this defensive back did it perfectly. Turns his head back just in time to find the ball to ensure that incompletion.
Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. The offense will spend a timeout here. 25 seconds on the clock.
Boy, these guys just won't let up. I mean, they already have this game out of reach. They have a big lead. They're still throwing the football and still just putting it on this defense every chance they get.
And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, just what they wanted. You got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the 4th quarter.
So that's now back-to-back wins, Kirk, over quality opponents. This team really building some momentum.
I agree. I think there's a lot to build on with this team and what they've been able to do these last few games. We'll just have to see how far this streak can extend and how much this team can keep improving.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.